Hey guys, welcome back to another video on my channel. So in today's video, we'll be talking about them toes, them dry toes, dry toes. Her toes are not dry, but we'll be dealing with some toes, somebody different, not my toes that we'll be dealing with. So we have a lot to talk about. Look at her foot back crusty. We're gonna get rid of that. So yeah. So we're going to go ahead and call in the other toes to kind of see what we're working with, because one of the other foot the other toes look like they went through it. They went through it like they're fighting a war. The nails were broken, nail polishes were off the toes, so they look like they were fighting some type of war. Yeah. So the next step we're gonna do is to remove the nail polish. She has on regular nail polish, so that was a breeze for me. Easy breezy, beautiful. Okay. After that, we're going in with our cuticle softener. After which we'll then go ahead and soak the foot for about 5 minutes. So we're going to talk about the do's and the don'ts in this video, especially the don'ts, because I literally am breaking every rule of thumb when it comes down to pedicure, and just the protection of yourself, especially not anything to do with the pedicure itself, but just to protect yourself. So yeah, so just before we go into the do's and the don'ts of today's video, because I'm incorporating that in today's video because I'll be doing a lot. Okay, so I will go ahead and push back the cuticles. There are many ways of doing this. What I learned in beauty school is to go ahead and push back the cuticles and apply the softener, and then go ahead and soak the nails. But I do what makes me comfortable, especially for the client's comfort, because some persons don't like pushing back off the cuticles. I don't like it. Majority of the persons don't like it. So I tend to add the softener and then go ahead and soak the nails to kind of ease the skin off the nail. And that assists me when I'm pushing back the cuticles. For this client here, I had to do two ways, especially because she hasn't done it in a while, so I didn't want to make it the experience uncomfortable. So I went in with my e-file, my cuticle bit e-file. Yeah, I went around the cuticle area, and that was easier. So the first rule of thumb is that we want to protect ourselves, also protecting the client, because we might have something that is infectious that we are preventing the client from getting, and vice versa. So we want to go ahead and protect our client. It's not that we're scorning the client, but we're trying to protect both of us. So always ensure that you wear them gloves. Try your best to wear it. It does not matter if you have been doing this client for X amount of years. We want to ensure that we're protecting the client and protecting ourselves as well. So yeah, I mean that you're going to have days where you don't wear it, but this is just to protect yourself from anything to come, or prevent it. Like what people will say to me, prevention is better than cure. So it's better we prevent something from happening than trying to cure something that we never try to prevent. So we're gonna take the nipples and go around the cuticle areas. What we're removing right here is just a dry area around the cuticle area. So we're going to remove that. Be very careful with the nipples. If you're not comfortable with it, I suggest you leaving it alone or using what they call a cuticle cutter, the multi-purpose cuticle cutter. How about that? So you can use that to remove the dead skin from around the nail. One thing that to be mindful about is the nipping. The nipple has its name for a reason. You will accidentally nip the client and cut them, so be very mindful of that. So the other do that I did that you shouldn't do is to go ahead and remove any form of liquid that is coming off the client's toes or wherever. And I nipped the client by accident, and I proceeded to use my fingers to remove the small amount of blood. Reason why? The first rule is there for a reason. Okay, so if you had your gloves and remove it with the gloves, that would be fine. But because I was working with my bare hands, I removed it with my bare hands, so that's not good. So yeah, reason why the first rule kind of makes sense. Yeah, so the next step we're going to take is to go in with our nail file, and we're going to file our nails. I don't like cutting nails, to be honest with you, because I'm very light-handed in terms of I will cut it very crooked, and I'm not into that. If you notice in all my videos, I tend to avoid cutting because when I do cut nails, artificial nails too, it is lopsided, it's crooked. No, so I tend to opt for filing a nail instead because I have more control, I find. So the other rule when you're filing nails is to go in the same direction. You file in the same direction. When you do that, you get a smoother transition. There's no hitch on the nail. When you do back and forth, it creates hitches on the nail. So we're trying to prevent that. So file in one direction if you can. So the next step we're going to take is to go in with our e-file. If you have a nail file, that's quite fine. Also, if you have a bluffing block, if your client is coming in very regularly, you don't need to use an aggressive nail file. You can use a buffer to buff it. So because she hasn't done it, as I said, I'm doing all the steps, creating smoothness on the nail. So after which, I'll go in with my cuticle oil, go over all the nails, and then I'll go in with my buffing block. So I'm not going to buff all the way through because I want the nail to have some grip onto it because I'm working with gel polish. Some gel polish tend to work fine. Some you need a little more roughness to the nail for the gel polish to work. Whoa, I'm moving very, very quick. So the next step we're going to take is going with our foot scrub. I applied it to the foot, massaging it in a little bit, and then I'm going with the foot file, just rubbing the foot back. So especially the foot back. So with this also, it's the same procedure, going one direction if you can. If you find that you cannot, that's quite fine. That's why we have the smoothing side to to smooth out the roughness that we created. So yeah, so once again, I'm going with that foot scrub once again, giving the foot a nice massage, scrubbing it, bathing the foot literally, because people tend not to bathe their entire body or their entire leg. So I bathe the foot, massage it, allowing circulation to go on, and then I'm going with the other side of the foot file and smooth out the entire nail. After which you nail the foot. After which we go in with I don't know, it's a stone. I can never remember the name of the stone, but I went in with this stone after I used the other side and to just smooth out any little thing that the file itself didn't do. Then we're going to just wash away this foot scrub off the nails, and we dry this. We do all of the other stuff offline. So yeah. So these are the colors that she will be choosing from. She had a bit of trouble choosing which color she wanted on her toes, so we had to kind of let her choose without looking. So I don't know if she was looking or not, because the color that she actually chose was the color that she originally wanted. But because we did that pressure a little bit, she opted for the other color being in that, so she could choose. So yeah, at the end of the day, it was a very pretty color. I think I used this once on my channel on myself actually for the French toes. I will link that above so you guys can definitely check out that video. So yeah, I don't know which color, it's just some names on it. I should put I think it's Gaon. I always try not to something there, try to butcher the name of the people in the company, but I think I'm pronouncing it based on how it's spelled. Gaoi. See there? Gaoi. It's a very the brand is good. Not a cap, not gonna lie, it's actually good. It's actually good, especially using it on someone else and not myself. The product is actually good. So yeah. The other thing that I want to also point out is that if you're going to smoothen nails to shyness, I would suggest you go ahead and placing a base coat. So the base coat has a sticky layer which kind of adheres the gel polish to it, so it's not moving. So because I'm not going in with a base coat, I tend to leave a little roughness onto the nails so the gel polish stays underneath, instead of when I shine it completely and then coat it with the gel polish and cure it, it's not lifting or bubbling. So you need to ensure that there's some form of adhesive for the gel polish to work on. So the next step we're going to take is to go in and do a second coating on the nail. This gives it volume, it gives it full strength. It looks so good. It looks good. Not because I'm doing it, but it does look good. So I'm going in with some black, creating a straight across French line. I feel like everybody should have French. I feel like everybody should do it. To be honest with you, my honest opinion is that the French on the toes give it a whole other look onto the nail. So yeah, everybody should do French. Any type of French you want. If you want it straight across, if you want it V, if you want it curved, any type of French. It's so sophisticated on toes or nails. So yeah, so I gave her I think she wanted to go with no French, but I kind of pressured her into doing something else because you're not leaving here with no basic ass nail color. But this color wasn't basic. I was just trying to get her to do something else onto the nail. So I created the straight across my French line on the nail. I was having major troubles with this, so I don't know why I did pressure her into getting it, but it was done at the end of the day, which I was happy about. I think I did 2 coating on it to give its full effect, even though you're not going to notice it. The natural eye is not going to notice it unless you go very close to the nail. But I felt comfortable going in on with the black a second time. I do cure this for 30 seconds, I think. So yeah, with each coating I do 30 seconds. So the next step we're going to take is to go in with our gel polish and our gel top coat and coat the nails nicely, and also capping it. You always remember to cap your nails. If you don't want it to start peeling, you need to start capping it. If you definitely want it to peel, don't cap it, leave it, let it peel. So after you're done with the coating and the capping and the nails, we also want to go ahead and cure that for 30 to 60 seconds, after which we go ahead and oil our cuticles. You know, so when it's coming down to the last process, we have to oil them cuticles. So oiling the cuticles is just for presence, and also if the clients tend to have a very dry feet, which includes those. So we want to go ahead and add a little bit more emphasis. So Simatoya just got them done. So yeah, so that's what we want, and also for picture purposes. So yeah, so I'm done. I hope you guys learned from this video. I hope you guys find it very informative, to be honest, because I had great fun doing this tail. I actually had to fix the other toe because it was cracked. So I hope you guys enjoyed today's video. Don't forget to subscribe, like, comment down below, and also follow me on all my socials. That's Instagram and TikTok. And I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.